Good morning class, grade 12 entrepreneurship. Today we will have a small session on the last pricing strategy, that is your variable price method. What did we see until the previous class? We saw about completely, we finished the one of the 4 piece product we have finished. Then we went into understanding the price strategy. What is price? Price is the only factor that generates revenue, where revenue starts flowing in. The other piece you spend the money, this piece you actually receive money. Then we understood the pricing strategy, one of the key decisions. So there are different kinds of pricing strategies like your penetration pricing, creaming and skimming pricing, cost plus pricing, all which we have seen in the previous class. Today's class will focus on variable pricing method. Unlike other kinds of pricing, this method does not critically have your merits and demerits elaborately explained because it is actually situation based. Now let's try to understand about the variable price method. What is this variable price method? Variable price method is a marketing approach. This approach is adopted that permits different rates to be extended to different customers for the same product or service. For the same product, for the same service, different price is applied for different customers. That is called variable price method. Variable means what? Something that is not fixed, that keeps changing, that goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you are seeing the ECG machine, when you test your heartbeat, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Same way. It goes up and down, up and down. It's not fixed at all, right? So where and all, it is a very common classic. This word is very, very important. Dickering over prices is a norm. In countries where or in places where dickering over the prices is a norm, that is, you will not be satisfied unless you bargain, you argue. Street vendors and all we have seen, there are many people who have this unique sense of satisfaction that they get after they demand or argue for a product and get it at a lesser price. I have seen many of my friends when we go to the shopping, not in prospective malls, bigger malls, but in Koti Bazaar, General Bazaar or anywhere where street vendors are very quite common, Eat Street. In all those places when we go for shopping, even the prices, say for example the vendors say quotes about 100 rupees. Right, we'll start arguing. Acha, 10 mein doge? 20 में दोगे? From there we start, right? We try to argue with the vendor. Unless we have that argument, we don't get a sense of satisfaction of purchasing. So where the dickering is a norm, arguing and bargaining or win-win situation. We'll argue, we'll come for you never lose, I don't lose. Auto वाले के साथ भी we do dickering. If he asks 200 rupees, we'll start 100 में आते क्या? Right? So where dickering is a norm, variable price method is followed. Now potential buyers do for bidding. Auctions also are common examples of variable price method where a product is charged but the price is not fixed. Say for example, the auction places where real estate property or a physical component like your Shah Rukh Khan ka cooling glasses, some antique pieces, some king's belongings, all those things are auctioned. Saris and all, in temples and all we have seen the saris get auctioned. These saris are actually faithfully put by devotees to the statues of the gods and goddesses, and those are again auctioned for, few are donated for the poor people and few are auctioned for maintaining the premises. So since it is put on the deity, the price goes up. Right, a sari that may cost around 400, after it is put on the deity and let it for auction, it may go around 2000 or 3000 rupees also, depending upon. So the auction is basically bidding. Right, and then even in fixed prices, a large purchase discount. So even in countries or places where fixed price is a norm, strategy, prices are fixed. Okay, even in that case, when you go for a shop or where a departmental purchase where the prices are fixed, but then when you buy in large quantities, you definitely try to talk to the person selling it that I see, since I'm buying hundreds or 200s of this, why can't I get a better discount? Price is fixed, accepted, but we are not buying one or two, we are buying in large quantities. Why can't you, we are taking the bulk order, why can't you give us a lesser price? You must have seen when you keep e-ship stalls and all, you go and search for places where you can argue and say that we are buying in large quantities and so give us at a lesser price, right? So when you buy in large quantities, you actually are encouraging the person who is selling the product to give a little bit discount at least, considering the bulk purchase, right? The examples for variable price method are, say for example, different real estate businesses. See, the house that I have purchased here, this apartment, say for example, the cost of this apartment is 40 lakhs. So after 2-3 years, the apartment is the same. In fact, it has become little older it becomes. But then today I am seeing that the same apartment in the same floor, in the same corner, something that is very similar to this construction is costing around 60 lakhs. right? So real estate prices, depending upon the location, depending upon the boom, depending upon the business situation, it goes up and down. When Andhra Telangana division happened, at that time, Telangana land prices really came down for some period of time and later it got up. So it depends upon market situation. Gold also the same way. So real estate is a classic example, street vendors are classic example, and there are certain things that are given in your book, like say for example, a 200 ml of a cool drink bottle may cost you 8 rupees, but then a 2000 ml may cost only 50-55 rupees. So depending upon larger volume that you buy, there will be a little discount. They say tarkari mein bochte, when vegetables vendors are there in the market, they also usually have this attitude or tendency that they sell 1 kilo of tomato is 50 rupees, but if you take 2.5 kilos, we give it at 80 rupees. You buy in large, we give you a discount. They themselves say, right? All these are classic examples of variable pricing method. Variable pricing methods, why they charge that much. Sometimes it is the intention that they know. If you go to Chennai and call for an auto, genuinely the auto fellow, 50% of them will charge a higher price. Why? Because they know that the tendency of the people there is they will try to reduce or bring down the price. So in the beginning only they will hike the price and later on after the argument, na aapka na mera, they come and settle down at a lesser price. They come and settle down at a lesser price, right? So this is with regard to your variable pricing method, right? So with this we are concluding the price factor. Then in tomorrow's class we will try to understand and learn about the next P of marketing, that is your product, right? In case you have any doubts related to price, that is your variable price method, your penetrating price method, creaming or skimming, cost plus price method, kindly refer to me. I will be more than happy to explain it one more time. This is very important component, frequently asked 6 marker in board exams, right? Thank you and have a fantastic day.